This is MSNBC Live with Alex Witt, October 1st, 2017.
Searching for blocks for gasoline and hours-long waits for basic supplies like food and water. Joining me now is California Congressman Ted Lieu, member of the House Judiciary and Foreign Affairs Committee. Representative Lieu, always good to see you. Let's get right to it. I'm curious your thoughts, sir, on the government's efforts to help Puerto Rico.
The Trump administration has been late and inadequate in their response. We know that they knew for days before the hurricane hit that it was going to make landfall in Puerto Rico, and yet the president was too busy trashing the NFL and playing golf, and now they're playing catch up. Hopefully they can do much better, but the U.S. Army is reporting more people are in need of drinking water now than they were a few days ago.
Okay. In other words, we have a long ways to go yet. I know the president will be seeing firsthand on Tuesday the situation there. But let's move now to Politico, which is reporting that in spite of the NSA warning the White House against using personal emails, Jared Kushner may have used personal email for office business. I know, sir, that you've been tweeting about Kushner. Did he fail to disclose this to investigators in Congress?
Yes. Look, I'm not going to chant lock him up, but I am going to request again that Jared Kushner's security clearance be suspended. Earlier this year, Congressman Don Beyer and I wrote a letter to the White House asking for the suspension of his security clearance because he lied twice on his first two security clearance forms by failing to disclose his Russian contacts. Now we know that he failed to disclose his personal email account to U.S. Senate Intelligence Committee, even though they had asked about the information. And furthermore, he ignored the NSA's warnings. So not only should his security clearance be suspended because he was misleading people, but he was just being stupid to be doing these actions.
So in terms of volume, Kushner's lawyer told Politico he only sent about 100 emails between January and August. But what kind of risk did he open himself up to?
A huge risk. According to the Politico article, they believe that his personal email and cell phones have likely been compromised. And once the foreign power knows about your emails, they can track and learn additional information based on all the emails you've sent. And this is really a danger to America. His security clearance needs to be suspended now.
You know, in terms of compromising, Business Insider reported that Kushner's lawyer accidentally forwarded a sensitive Senate intel letter to some sort of email prankster. I mean, how did something like that happen?
We do have a lack of security protocols at the White House. So in addition to personal emails by Kushner, Ivanka Trump, a senior White House advisor, has also been implicated in using personal emails for official business. And then they have stories and other reports that the president, when he goes to his properties, the Wi-Fi is not secured. So we need to have a huge investigation into how secure the entire White House is against attacks by foreign powers in terms of the cyber area.
Okay, let's move to taxes here because the president describes this as a middle-class miracle. But here's how CNBC analyst Ron Insana summed it up. Take a listen.
The way it's currently constructed to cut taxes. If you make $66,000 a year, you're going to get a $660 tax break. If you make $730,000 a year, you're going to get something in the neighborhood of over $100,000. So, yeah, it doesn't really matter where you sit. You're not going to get much of a break under the top 1 to top 10%.
So from what you're seeing, Congressman, is there anything there for the middle class?
There are three huge problems with Trump's tax plan. First, according to the Nonpartisan Tax Policy Center, 80% of the benefits go to the top 1%. Second, the middle class will pay more. 1 in 4 middle class families, according to the Washington Post analysis, will pay more in taxes. And third, this entire plan is not paid for. That means it's going to blow a huge hole in our federal deficit and add trillions to our federal debt.
And add to that, the tax plan also removes state and local deductions from high tax states. And there's a handful of Republicans in New York who said, nope, we are not going to support this. In fact, the GOP can only afford to lose 22 votes on this. So what do you see as the chances of it passing the House?
I believe the current tax plan as constructed is dead on arrival. It hurts states like California, New York, New Jersey, where there are a number of moderate Republicans running for their life next November. I don't believe they're going to be able to vote for this monstrosity of a tax plan.
All right, California Congressman, Democrat Ted Lieu, thank you so much for your time. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Coming up, the talking to at the Air Force Academy that made many Americans proud this week.